How's it going, everyone? This is BingBox again with another Let's Demo like you guys wanted, and this was a request along with a couple other games, and this is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, this is a Valve game, and as many of you guys may know, Valve games are generally easier to handle on hardware in terms of PC specs than other games. Valve does a really good job of optimizing games just so that many people and as many people as possible can play. So of course, first things first, we're going to go into video settings and show you guys some of these settings that are available to you in CSGO. Okay. So as for usual, we have everything including, widescreen, full screen, 1920 by 1080, all those things are all there. What's interesting that I really like is there's a laptop power savings mode, which is really cool because usually that's only determined through your hardware on your computer, which you can also do on this laptop, the MSI GS60 Pro. Alright, so all of these settings we're going to set to as high as possible. Right here, effects detail, before I didn't realize when I was playing, was not on the highest setting. So now we're going to put it, shader detail was not on the highest setting. So now we're going to put on very high. Everything is as high as possible. Multi-core processing, definitely enable that because this has the firepower to do so. And then we also have all the typical anti-aliasing that we have, and because this is an easier game to handle, I did boost everything up to max possible. You probably don't need it if we're going to be honest, but all of these things we're going to boost up to the highest possible. 16 times Q CSAA, anisotropic times 16, and then texture filtering. Okay, that's texture filtering. FXAA anti-aliasing also enabled, and our motion blur we're going to do disabled. I really love how this entire menu explains everything that these functions do. It's really awesome. I wish more and more games did this in the future, in the past, whatever. I wish that for computer games you really need to explain some of these things because a lot of people don't really understand what they do, and they don't understand what they are taking a performance hit in. So it's, in my opinion, much better in terms of optimizing PC performance. I mean, this game, we have, Thief was also another one of those games. So I'm really happy that they really put in the time and effort to show you guys what exactly can you boost up and what you can't. Okay, so for this little demo, we're going to walk through probably, I think, 4 maps, I believe. And I'm just going to show you guys different scenarios, different situations, and just show you guys exactly what is problematic for this game and what isn't. To be honest, I'm going to tell you straight up right now, there's not much to be worried about. This is locked at 60 frames per second because of the VSync. It's double buffered, not triple buffered. I really don't think you need the extra vertical sync processing, whatever. I'm sure the computer can handle it and it'll still run at 60 frames per second, but there's no point in vertical syncing that high, triple buffering, in my opinion. Okay, so everything else looks really fantastic on this game. I'm not sure why in the video here, the textures are popping in and out. They were not doing that while I was playing and recording. But overall, the game looks great. I mean, this is the best that it possibly can be. It's, it's not the most advanced in terms of graphics for a first-person shooter. Definitely not. But the gameplay is basically what draws people in to this game, and that's fine. Everything runs really smoothly. I haven't played online yet. None of this is online. These are all against bots. But I figured it's basically the same thing. You're not going to get much more intense. There aren't explosions and cars and everything like there are in Battlefield, so I wouldn't worry so much about those kinds of things. Everything else is pretty straightforward. This game runs really smoothly, and I'm sure it will run at much higher FPS if I turned off the vertical sync. Okay, so here we're on the map Vertigo, I do believe, and this map looks awesome. Looking outside and having this open space and lighting is really cool. This is one of my, I don't play this game, and this is my first time really even delving into it, if you can call it that, playing for maybe an hour. But I really like this map for you know, the graphical looks really, really great. Sorry about the terrible gameplay. I mean, you know, this is basically my first time playing this. I just demoed it a long time ago, and again, this is basically just for you guys to check out what this computer is capable of, not to show off my gameplay.
Fire in the hole! What's going on? Hey, get these guys out.
Sorry about that. I was just testing a scope. I didn't exactly know how it worked. It was just locking in, locking out. I wasn't exactly sure.
Bomb has been planted. One guy. Terrorists win.
Okay, so that's the end of that map, and then here I think we're going to Italy. I do believe this map is. And again, I just wanted to switch up the different types of environments so you guys can see the different types of graphics and different types of shading. Shading is probably the most important part here in terms of graphical prowess, whether it's good or not. So I just wanted to see how well this computer did in terms of shading the bricks and the lighting and everything. So I came to Italy. Again, this map looks great. Looks the best that it could possibly be. Running on super smooth 60 frames per second. I didn't really test it without the vertical sync. I mean, I really, in the past, you guys know, if you've watched my videos, I'm really not a fan of screen tearing. So, I don't know if this screen will tear or not, but I didn't want to take that risk. 60 frames per second is perfect for me. I mean, you really, most of you guys try to get the most frames per second out of everything, and you want to go as high as possible, but it's not really necessary. You know, 60 frames per second is exactly where you want to be in terms of playable.
Move, my friends.
Okay, so I think we're going to go through just a couple more runs on this map. Feel free to skip ahead. I just wanted you guys to see what this game looks like in general, and just show you a little bit more gameplay so you guys have some better idea. As you can see, the frame rates really don't drop at all in this entire thing.
I have enemies to share.
This is terrible, I'm sorry. It's really bad. I'm not used to not zooming though, you know? I'm also showing you guys the bot cams just, you know, because this is still gameplay, it's in-game footage. So I didn't really think it was that big of a deal, you know, whether or not I was playing. The character and gun models and the texturing on those things are definitely better than just the general maps, but the maps do look great.
Hostage has been rescued. Counter-terrorists win. Let's go, my friends.
So like I said earlier, the Valve games, they don't really take that much of a toll on systems in general. For example, Left 4 Dead 2, I was playing on my old laptop, and it was perfectly fine. No problems whatsoever. It was running at pretty high frames per second for an Intel 3000 HD. So Valve does a really, really great job of optimizing performance for all PCs so as many people as possible can play.
I need help.
So if you guys want me to demo more games such as Left 4 Dead 2, or I'm going to do Team Fortress 2, so that's going to be coming out a little bit later. Or any other Valve games. I already did Dota. So, you know, just let me know in the comments down below. See, you know, what you guys want to see and what you guys don't want to see, and what in the game you want to see from particular games.
Push, push, push! Grenade out! We got 3 left. Target spotted. Bomb has been planted. Sniper!
This map was really interesting because before, I'm not sure if it's still in this part, it's raining. It was raining in some parts. And I figured in this, I forget what the map is called. Is it called Aztec? I think it's called Aztec. I'm not sure though. The rain adds another dynamic to this gameplay, which is really cool because it adds a little bit more, you know, processing, I guess.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists.
And it shows off more of the hardware capabilities of this laptop. Yeah, as you can see, it's raining, not dropping at all. Usually in rain scenes and shadowy scenes where the rain is affecting this gameplay, it would be a problem. But, you know, in this, not at all. Looks fantastic the whole way through at 60 frames per second. So that's really good news for those of you guys who still play CSGO. Not to say still play, but I just mean for those of you who play CSGO. So just to show you guys again, really quickly, this is the graphics setting. If you guys want to stop here and see what I suggest for this laptop, I suggest max settings, everything except the double buffering for the VSync. I mean, I have double buffering instead of triple buffering. Sorry.
Bomb has been planted.
I almost shot the bomb here.
Defusing the bomb.
Alright, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys next time. This is Bingbox signing out. Leave a like, subscribe for more content in the future.